The Deck Network. Build a deck.
This is the Deck Network. I'm your host, Matt Dalton.
And I'm Mike Danzilio from No Maintenance Decks, Route 110, Farmingdale, New York.
We are here with a big show for 2019. Mike, what are we doing?
This is our 6th annual Guide to Composite Decking show. Okay,
Big show.
Yeah, okay, so for this discussion, we're only going to talk about decking from Trex and Timbertech Azek
Why?
company. Well, the reason being that combined they have over 80% of the market share. So that's pretty much, they control the market.
Yep.
So the question is, why would you use composite decking over wood? Okay, so I like to say that if you don't care what your deck looks like, then build it out of treated wood and don't touch it. But if you want it to look good, then you'll have to perform some sort of maintenance on it.
But won't the composite be more expensive than wood, Mike?
Yes, but not anymore.
Okay.
So this maintenance plus the initial cost of the deck will exceed the cost of the low-cost composite decking.
Interesting.
And also, a brand-name composite deck is always going to be worth more than a pressure-treated deck.
Add some equity to your home.
Okay, there's some interesting news for the decking industry in 2019. The Trex company has decided to come up with lower price decking to compete with pressure-treated decking. So I like to say that if your deck needs work and didn't think that composite decking was in the budget, No Maintenance Decks has a solution. So Trex has engineered the cost, well, the cost difference out of the equation with Trex Enhanced Basics Decking. So let's get on to a photo here. Okay, so Trex Enhanced Basics Decking is going to come in 3 colors. So let's take a look. We got them right here, Matt.
All right.
Let's pull them out. And
First one we're looking at here.
is the saddle color. Real nice. It has scallops on the side. Great looking decking. Unbeatable price at $1.79 a linear foot.
Clamshell.
So, clamshell, a darker gray. And Beach Dune, I like to call this a unique color. It's nobody has colors like this one right here. It's a different one. That's Beach Dune, again with the scallop bottom.
Reason for the scallop bottom
It
being
makes it just way less.
saves you some money. That's how they hit
Yeah,
that
oh, yeah, well,
179 price point. Which is
Last
almost-
year, the Dune decking that was a full profile was about $289. So they
So
took
you're
a dollar.
saving.
So they took $1 out of the price. So when we go over to the Timbertech side of the Timbertech side,
of the house.
yeah, they have a little bit more stuff than they have.
They got a little more
have
firepower.
They're 3 lines.
Bing, bang, boom.
So there, and it goes from their Timbertech Edge, which is their three-sided cap composite decking, new for 2019. They have the Timbertech Pro, which is the 4-sided decking. We'll be getting into that. And then they have the Timbertech Azek line, which is all their PVCs.
Is that a rebrand? The
Yes,
Timbertech
yeah,
Azek?
that's-
It's
yeah.
the first time I'm seeing them together
they
like
merged
that.
in 2013, and they're still working to see how they want the names and all that to work. Okay, so this first one on the Timbertech Edge. So this collection offers a premium level composite decking with
Solid.
superior longevity. Edge has 2 colors at $1.89 a linear foot.
This is solid, man.
Yeah,
this is a nice
yeah.
piece of decking.
Yeah, it's a nice. It looks like it's going to last a while. It's a nice, durable decking. So that was the maritime gray,
Dark teak.
and this is the dark teak. Okay, so they're going to do pretty well.
So this is $1.89 a linear foot at No Maintenance Decks in
Yeah.
Farmingdale. What would someone be paying per linear foot for wood?
Well, wood, depending upon the length of it. So wood, the shorter lengths are always going to be cheaper. So you can go to a home center and get 8-foot treated decking for 85 cents.
So there's a $1 difference there.
You want 20 footers, and
Yeah.
if you have a 12 or 16 by 20 foot deck, you don't want any seams in it, and so you're going to look for 20-foot treated deck
How
at
much is that?
$1.50 a foot.
So now you're 30 cents away.
And then once you stain it once, you've already spent more
Wow.
money.
This is a game changer,
Yeah, so
Mike.
this is easy. So we have the Edge 2 colors at $1.89 a linear foot. And so for these prices, you'd never use pressure treated again.
Why would you?
Years ago, Matt and we used to go through the whole size of the deck and all that. Now it's not even worth it. You don't
Doesn't
even
matter.
do it. Okay, so the next one, and now a word from our sponsors.
There's a place for wood in your backyard. We recommend the Fire Pit. For looks and performance that outlast a wooden deck, make sure your next deck is built with Trex, the world's #1 premium decking brand. Learn more at Trex.com.
Is going to be the Trex Enhanced Naturals. With its authentic wood grain appearance, Trex Enhanced Naturals offer all of the charm and none of the trouble of pressure-treated lumber. $2.50 a linear foot. So we
Wow.
have 5 colors of it.
Looks like
This
a
one
Foggy
is
Wharf.
really something. Okay,
Yeah,
we have
that's
Foggy
nice.
Wharf. It's a light gray with some black streaks in it. I see pool decks with this. Lighter the color, the cooler under the foot.
That would look
Okay.
nice.
And then we have the Foggy Wharf, which the returns are in for the first month or so of the decking season. That's the one.
That's the lead car right now.
Yeah, that's the wood. We got
The
toasted,
Rocky
we got,
Harbor.
Toasted sand. Little brownish. When people come in and they say, "I want a natural colored wood deck," well, what is that? Because wood, you go to a lumberyard and wood's all different colors. This is what they mean, kind of like a cedarish color.
Okay.
All right. The next one,
Coastal Bluff.
Coastal Bluff. Okay, a little darker, more brownish, more in the to put it something close to something you already know is a spiced rum in the Transcends line.
Go for some rum.
Yep. Okay.
This is almost reddish, Mike. The Sunset Cove.
The Sunset Cove is their red one. As always, you have to have some red decking. You may only sell 5 to less than 10%, but you always got to have it because there are houses that match.
You're stocking that at No Maintenance
Oh, we
Decks?
stock everything that we've seen so far. We're stocking.
There's no waits,
let's-
there's no orders.
So let's go to the next one. The Timbertech Terrain Collection.
Okay. This is
Okay,
still the
another-
good? This is better? Or what is this
Yeah,
one?
yeah, we're right there. That's the Timber. That this is in the good still.
Okay.
Okay. So Timbertech Terrain, tap into Mother Nature's color palette with these timeless hues. Okay, so we have there's 5 colors. 3 of them are solid colors, and 2 of them are variegated, or they have the streaks on them. So for $2.49 a foot, we have the Stone Ash, very, very popular. The Sandy Birch, $2.49 a linear foot. That's always been a good seller. This one is Rustic Elm. This is the dark brown. You're going to see this as a border. Yeah, a few times a year people will do it on the entire deck, but it's
Is that going to heat up more on a
of
hot
course,
summer's day?
hot deck,
So you got to
okay.
factor that in.
This is the one that we presently sell the most of now. This is the Silver Maple. It's $2.75 a linear foot. It's we'd like to get it lower than that, but we just we're buying it all the time, and we just can't get the price on it. So that's $2.75. And the next one is the brown. There's a sister color to the Silver Maple. Is the brown oak. We're gonna sell $2.65 a linear foot. We bought a lot of this one, so we want to move
we
that.
pass the savings along to
Okay,
you.
so let's go to the next one. We're going to go
All
to Trex Select. If I can find the...
He navigates around the website there.
Yeah, okay. So Trex Select. Durable and inviting, Trex Select brings consistent performance and peace of mind to your home. We have 5 colors at $2.49 right here.
Boom.
All right. So this one is the Pebble color. Big seller. $2.49 a linear foot. Solid gray. Full profile.
Nice piece of decking.
Okay. This is the Winchester gray.
Almost a
It's
black.
almost a blackish,
Very
dark blue. Good for a border.
Accent color, make that lighter gray pop
Okay.
with that up against it.
Here's your red, the Madeira color in the Trex Select.
Madeira's been around for a long
Yeah,
time,
Madeira
right?
is a color. You may even have Madeira.
That's
in
what
your
I
deck.
might have.
Yeah.
I'm a composite guy. You gotta
Yeah,
practice
yeah.
what you preach.
Woodland brown. Trex Select. Okay, and saddle. $2.49 saddle at No Maintenance Decks. Nice decking.
I see what, some are grooved, some are not, or they're all grooved in that select line.
Some are groove. Oh, what the scallops? They
Yeah.
have grooves. They have grooves in them for the clips, and some of them non-groove boards, and that's will be used for around the border.
Yeah.
You put screws in, or the Cortex plugs in on the stairs.
Anything that'll be facing the...
And now a word from our sponsors.
One of these will require little maintenance over the next 25 years. Here's a hint. For the look of wood without all the worry, make sure your next deck is built with Trex, the world's #1 premium decking brand. Learn more at Trex.com.
No Maintenance Decks on Route 110 in Farmingdale is Long Island's premier composite decking and railing specialty store. If you want the most beautiful deck in town, we have the TimberTech Legacy Collection decking in 7 colors for $3.99 a linear foot. In the Azek Vintage Collection decking in 6 colors for $4.49 a linear foot, both with the longest fade and stain warranty in the industry. When you need your decking now, it's No Maintenance Decks, Route 110 in Farmingdale.
No Maintenance Decking. Build a deck.
Aye.
Yes. Okay. So let's go into the first of the TimberTech Azek line, the Harvest Collection.
Okay.
Okay. So we have the Harvest Collection. We have those top ones right here, Matt. All right. So The Harvest Collection, show your effortless style with the classic beauty that comes with these 3 natural colors. So we have the slate gray. This one and the brownstone, which is the next one, were the first of the Azek colors way back in '04, I guess it was.
Very light.
It's PVC. It's foamed PVC, so it's light. Okay. So this is the brownstone. Okay, these are at $349 at No Maintenance Decks. These colors have been around forever, and they're not going anywhere because they're as classic as they can get. And this one right here. Well, I had a long piece, but I let someone borrow it, and they said they were going to bring it back, and they never did.
Good luck with that.
Kona. Now, Kona is mostly a border piece. It's only offered in the non-groove, the square shoulder, if you read it in the Timbertech book.
Like me.
This is just for you would use screws or Cortex plugs.
Does it kill you when someone just puts straight screws in the top of the board and they don't plug it?
They shouldn't. It takes longer and probably costs more in time to do it, so you would never do it.
So don't do that.
Yeah, don't put screws through it. It's not. They just look so much better. So let's go back to the
Probably keeps this guy up at night. Just dreaming of decks.
the Timbertech Tropical Collection. Okay, make your deck a destination with these rich, saturated tones. We have 4 colors. The next one right there. The top one looks like Antigua Gold. Again, when people come in, they say they want a natural wood color. This is what they mean, because it has it looks almost like cedar. It's got a nice hard shell, medium variegations. Okay, this is the antique palm. This is the brown or the dark brown of them. Nice hard shell. Amazon Mist. Here's another of these darker grays, almost like a slate gray. Amazon Mist.
Mike, it sounds great, but how much per foot?
These are $369 at No Maintenance Decks. These are premium products.
Now, what makes the cost difference? Is it the color or
the
is
technology has a lot to do with it.
Okay.
And once we get a little further, you'll see that some of these ones, they really have a lot of technology to make them look that well.
have that texture?
Yes,
have it.
okay, grab that next one. We don't want to confuse people. This is Caribbean Redwood. Again, got to have your red. And we actually sell quite a bit of that one. Okay, so then the next one in line is going to be the Trex Transcends. Of course, we know about that. We've been selling the Transcends for many, many years.
We've sold a board or 2 of that.
It's the number
2
one
million.
decking at No Maintenance Decks.
Right here in Farmingdale, New
Yep.
York now.
Okay,
Come
so
on.
Trex Transcend Earth Tones and Tropicals decking boasts elevated aesthetics paired with the highest level of performance. That means it's super durable.
Whoa, yeah.
Okay, this year's price at No Maintenance Decks is $379 a linear foot.
This is premium. You could tell just when you pick it up.
Yeah, it's solid. It's been around a long time. They made a few changes to it over the years, but okay, this is Vintage Lantern, and this is the earth tone colors. They changed the embossing pattern on them. It used to be a little more rougher, almost like a real. Think of an orange peel, but times 10. It looked great from when you're standing on it, and from far away it looks awesome, but they made that the Tropicals had this really subtle grain embossing on it, so they wanted to make them the same. Okay, so this is Vintage Lantern, $379, No Maintenance Decks. Okay, this one is one that always keeps selling. Matt and I went to Jimmy Buffett concert years and years ago at the theater out on the ocean.
Right there, Jones Beach
Jones
Amphitheater,
Beach,
a legendary spot.
And there was a 3,000 square foot deck of Trex gravel path screwed through the top, and it looked fine. Of course, it was in the ocean. When the tide comes up and there's a hurricane, this is in the ocean. And so they screwed it down so it would stay there.
And that salt spray was taking a beating, and a lot of people went to the show to see Jimmy Buffett. Okay, this one looks like Fire Pit. Am I right?
Yeah, this is the reddish. Gotta have your red. Again, I really like the nice subtle green they did to it. Fire Pit, $379. Okay, this is Rope Swing, huge seller. It wasn't one of the original colors. It came up by a few years later, but
Big seller, popular.
yeah, it's just a standard color. Now this is the Treehouse color.
Sell a lot of that, I'm sure.
I don't know. It looks different now. It looks so much. It does look better with this grain pattern on it. But there's just so many decking colors. Okay, now we're going to get into the variegated colors or their tropical colors. This is the ones that sell. It's the same price as the ones without the streaks. So this one is spiced rum. huge seller. It just
You're going through a lot of that.
Going
That's a
up.
name I'm familiar with over the
that
years.
one
You hear
just keeps
spiced
going
rum.
with spiced rum. All right, this Tiki Torch, another one. We get a couple of trucks of each length at the beginning of the year, and this is one of them.
They're sending truckloads our way, and we're moving it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, this is Havana Gold, medium seller. It's got this gold yellowish color. Pretty nice.
Remind me on the price on these ones, Mike?
$3.79 a linear foot.
And no maintenance tax.
This one is the big one. Island Mist.
Yep.
People come in and they get the 250 20-foot pieces.
Just let's put it back up.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's make it look nice.
Lava Rock. Got to have your red. This is a little red with the black streaking on it. Great for the borders for some of those other colors. And now a word from our sponsors.
The appeal of indoor living may have finally lost out. For decking samples and design ideas, visit Trex.com. Trex, engineering what's next in outdoor living.
From the moment you're born, you're put in a box. And there's something very comforting about the box. It's familiar, simple, safe. For a good long while, the box is all you know. But things change. And so does the box. What was once comfortable now feels colorless. It's life at right angles. But you are not bound by the box. You are not confined to a square. You are most certainly not cornered. Because imagination doesn't run in straight lines. It colors outside them. It doesn't follow convention. It defies it. Imagination is not linear. It is limitless. When you arrive in this world, you're put in a box. And when you leave, you're put in another. So the question is, what are you going to do in between? Timbertech. Go against the grain.
No Maintenance Decks on Route 110 in Farmingdale is Long Island's premier composite decking and railing specialty store. This year we're featuring Long Island's most popular decking, the Trex Transcend Tropical Collection. We have the Trex Transcend Tropical colors with a 25-year fade and stain warranty for $3.79 a linear foot. No more painting, staining, or painful splinters. When you need your decking now, it's No Maintenance Decks, Route 110 in Farmingdale.
No Maintenance Decking. Build a deck.
Next is the Timbertech Legacy Collection.
Okay.
So let's go open to that page.
Classic look to this line. Seems like there's a bunch of different options when it comes to the Legacy Collection.
Well, yeah, it's all the colors. Okay, so the Legacy Collection offering limitless options. This collection features our most unique and dramatic color palette offered in 7 colors. So let's take a look at those.
Let's dig in here.
Okay, this is the mocha color. I'm going to change a picture on here because I want us to see really what a lot of this stuff is for.
It seems pretty easy to navigate.
Okay, this is the mocha color. This has they call their hand scraped finish, and when you look at this picture, you can really see the hand scraped finish and the ridges on it or the texture. Really nice. Okay, so that's the mocha.
Yep. Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay, whitewash cedar. When I first saw it, I said, I wonder what they're going to use this for. Well, we found out right away.
What?
Swimming pools.
Ooh.
Big ones.
Keep it, it doesn't heat up.
The people talk about, is it hot? Well, I personally don't think that is an issue. It's only hot in the Northeast for a month.
Well, with global warming, though, Mike,
but
it might be hot all the time.
At 85 degrees, you can walk on all of them with bare feet, but when it's 95 in clear sun, so you're going to get full heat absorption, they get hot.
It's going to be hot.
But that whitewash cedar, at full temperature, it's about 40 degrees less.
Wow.
It's probably within 10 degrees of the air temperature.
Damn.
It reflects that much of the...
This hand scrape finish with the texture, is this better to put around a pool?
You know, it looks good. It's probably there
you need some traction if it's getting wet.
Yeah,
Mike.
It's got some. Yeah, it'll help.
It'll be fine.
It's got some treads on it. Okay, so this is their darker gray offering. This is the espresso color. Works great with the ashwood as a border.
Okay.
All right. Okay, this is the sapele. Sapele wood.
What's that?
Okay, a little reddish, but mostly brown. If you really get close, you can see a little. I'm not going to say this is a red one because it really isn't. Beautiful.
You sell some of that over there?
Oh yeah. Okay, this is the tiger wood.
Like
This is that's the color on the picture there, and I got another picture that I want to put up here.
Oh, that looks nice.
This is the classic first picture that they had. If this is tiger wood decking.
Is there a darker border on there? Or is that
Yes,
just a
that's
shadow?
the mocha border.
That's
the mocha
nice.
border. Well, it's at night, so you can see the lights. You just play with the contrast on the picture, and you can get it to look great.
That's a
But
really
see,
nice looking deck.
These are blended colors, so then they tell you right up front. Then all these boards are not going to be the same, and they found that it just looks better. So that some data from focus groups have determined that this will give the most realistic wood-like appearance, and it does.
You look at a wood floor, and none of them are matching.
they're all wood looks different when you see it. What the real pros do with this decking, especially this one, the tiger wood, is you lay it out first. You don't just keep taking them off the pile and put them down, because they're going to be all different. As you can see here, this section here is dark, and it comes down. Look how light that gets. That really, it's quite a bit, but it makes it look great. So you lay it out, and if you see areas that are too light or too dark, you flip them around a little bit, and that gives a nice dramatic look. The pros, that's the way that they do it. Okay, this is the ash wood. Great color decking. Wasn't one of the first ones that came out with the line, but when it came out, it was our best-selling decking, maybe 1 or 2 years.
Wow.
Pecan, beautiful, goes with a lot of different colors. Looks great.
How much a linear foot here?
Okay, oh yeah, these are $3.99 a linear foot. We've been able to keep the price steady, even though there has been some uptick in the pricing.
It still seems like advantageous pricing, Mike.
Yes, well, we are trying to sell a lot of decking, so
And
we're keeping
we're
keeping
so
it down.
Farmingdale, no maintenance
Okay,
tax.
so
where are we next now?
Okay, the next one is going to be the Timbertech Azek line, but it's going to be the Arbor collection.
Okay.
So let's go back down to the Arbor collection. All right, so let's take a look at that. Okay, we did the Arbor collection. Okay, curate the essence of the outdoors and enjoy the striking simplicity of these exotic wood tones. We have 8 colors, and these are at $4.39 a linear foot. The interesting thing about these decking, this Azek line, their PVC, or what they call their capped polymer decking, 50-year stain warranty.
Wow.
Okay, Island Oak, medium to dark gray with the whitish kind of streaking on it.
Good.
Nice. Okay, this is the sister color to the Island Oak, Autumn Chestnut. Same thing, medium brown, looks great. Has the whitish, yellowy streaks in it like a tree. All right, so we have the hazelwood. This is, you got to have a light color, just like we have the ash wood in the Legacy collection. We have the hazelwood in the Arbor collection. Light color looks. I've seen some pictures with this, with the one of the browner colors as a border.
Ooh. And
the brown railing. It looks great. Looks great. All right, we've got silver oak. This is a brown and gray together. They're there. I didn't think you could do that, but you can have a brown and a gray the same board, but that's what it looks like.
Looks pretty decent.
Yep. Okay, we have the acacia. Now, acacia is a tree with very dark wood. It has yellow or blonde streaks in it. That's what acacia looks like.
Acacia wood.
Acacia, dark brown. Okay, this is the Brazilian walnut. Again, another dark brown. 50 years fade and stain warranty.
Unbelievable. This thing's going to be up longer than your house.
Mountain redwood. Gotta have your red. And Murado. This was the first color in this whole line. The Murado.
This is all in stock
Been around
on
for a long
maintenance
time.
tax.
No, we don't even stock that line.
Oh.
That's a special order, $4.39 a linear foot. This
Okay.
may be the only one that we don't stock. And now a word from our sponsors.
Ask a kid if they're an artist, and you get a room full of Picassos. But then childhood gives way to adulthood, and creativity becomes conformity. But imagination should not wither with maturity. That's why Timbertech is taking the decking industry somewhere new. Gone are pine boxes and status quo, replaced with endless color and pattern choices. Because when you use technically superior, durable products, all you have to focus on is coloring outside the lines. Timbertech, go against the grain.
All right, we're going to go to the vintage collection now. All right, the vintage collection. All right, this is their newest one. Let's look at those last.
Okay.
The vintage collection, Timbertech's Designer Series Decking. The vintage collection features the most powerful technology in the industry, available in narrow, standard, and wide widths. Matt has one of the wider width boards right in his hand. You can create dramatic deck designs or add subtle tones of elegant earth tones that fit your lifestyle and taste. There are 6 colors. Now, let's take a look at them. That's not a standard decking board, so let's look at those other ones
Okay, let's
first.
look at the...
Okay, this is the weathered teak, light brown, like weathered teak.
This is an interesting one, almost orange.
Oh
like.
yeah, this has been around. This and mahogany were the first ones in this line a few years ago. Beautiful, always been a great seller. Cypress. Okay, this is my favorite decking. Coastline.
That is nice.
Vintage coastline, medium gray. Most beautiful decking I have ever seen.
Wow.
Yep, this is it right
That's
here.
a Deck Network endorsement right
Yes.
there. That's not a light endorsement.
All right, so then we have the mahogany color. This one and the cypress were the original ones. This used to be my favorite. It just has a
Until-
beautiful look to it.
It does look nice.
Mahogany. Okay, got to have your darker gray, and here we go with the dark hickory. Goes great with the coastline.
Does look nice.
People do it. Yeah, this with white railings
People
really
will-
looks nice.
You'll get some compliments at your next party.
Okay, so this one is the English walnut, medium brown, because it just has that real nice texture to it with the blackish tones to it. All right, so now we're going to get into one of the new products
Okay.
from our good friends at
2019 new stuff.
Okay, we're going to be introducing, or Timbertech is introducing multi-width decking. So let's take
Okay.
a look at them.
All right.
Okay, they come in, as we have the little picture back here, you just spread them out. You have a wide one, and
Interesting.
you just put it in a pattern any way you want. We've had people do it all kinds of, they make designs with all these.
How many different sizes is in this example?
This
Two?
is 3. What we
different
have right now.
widths.
This one is the 7 1/4 width, not actual 7 1/4 nominal would
Yeah.
be 8-inch. Then this one is a groove board, but this one is a standard 5.5-inch wide board. It's got grooves. You can get it in a non-grooved. For now, they're made just in non-grooved. You're gonna have to put them down with our good friend Cortex.
Okay, we know the
Yep.
Cortex company.
They look great. We have a big one of these walkways here at the Deck Network studio.
At the headquarters
Yes.
of all things decking.
Okay, and then this is the narrow one, so you can put these in a pattern like we see on here.
So obviously
It
the
just
different
looks great,
the different
yeah.
widths are going to be different cost per linear foot, right?
Square footage, they're similar.
Okay.
They're within a few cents because we're not able to buy them the same that we buy the decking, but nonetheless, it's still close.
Is this a new trend, or has this been around? The
This
staggering
is-
of the widths
well,
of the
we-
boards.
we
This is the
look-
first time I've seen
We
it.
were looking at the hand scrape finish on the Legacy board before. Mm-hmm. And that one is an artistic overtone from the flooring company. And so is this, the flooring business.
It's an extension of the home.
Sure, you see the reclaimed wood and the different widths and all that. That's what this is. That's what these
It's
products
perfectly
are there
imperfect, and that's what really
Yeah.
draws the eye
Mhm.
to it. This is good, though. This is pretty cool for the
for. All right.
year here.
Okay, so that was our full-length show, and
Guide to Composite Decking 2019 in the books.
Okay,
Great
so-
job, Mike.
as usual, if you
Have any questions,
want
concerns,
questions or comments, you can
Matt at thedecknetwork.com or
Mike at thedecknetwork.com. You can always check out the Timbertech or Trex website, and you certainly can visit No Maintenance Decks, Route 110, Farmingdale, New York.
watch all of our videos. We have tons
Okay.
of stuff there.
Go to YouTube, the Deck Network, or the Deck Network, just thedecknetwork.com. They're
Email
all
us
there.
with any questions, share, comment.
Okay, thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.
No maintenance decking. Build a deck.